Garbinette spoke at the NAACP convention 2 days ago, and well...
I said we're going to build 2 million affordable homes. Cap rent increases of 5% a year so corporate landlords can't... God... Anyway, I'm going to get very upset.
Can't... God... Let me translate. So he wants to cap rent increases for corporate landlords with more than 50 properties at 5% a year. And before I tell you why that's not good, watch him say it again in the same speed.
The idea that corporate-owned housing is able to raise your rent $300-400 a month or something. But I'm about to announce they can't raise it more than $55.
Yes! He's reading the teleprompter, and you can watch him in real time see 5% as $55. 55. And even after how confused he looked, yeah! Oh my God, I love it. Okay, so this is what he was talking about. A 50... It's supposed to be a 5% rent increase per year on corporate landlords that own more than 50 properties. Whether you like it or not, rents are a market-based price, which means that they rise and fall primarily based upon the free will of the marketplace. They are determined by supply and demand. The reason that your rent has been going up so much for the last couple of years is for a few reasons. One is that the cost of home insurance has been going up, primarily because the price of home materials has gone up. The price of the home materials has gone up because of the governmental red tape and because of the cost of energy of transporting and manufacturing those materials and moving them from point A to where you want to build. So that means glass, wood, pipe, copper, metals, windows, paint, lumber. It costs more money to manufacture those things because of energy. It costs more money to ship those things because of the high cost of oil. Then you have all of this government red tape getting in the way of employment. Anybody could get sued. You have to have an upside down they/them on your board of directors. You can't get workers if you don't pay them enough money so that they can feed themselves because the cost of groceries is so high. Skilled labor is hard to come by because education is so expensive. So the reason your rent is high is because everything else is high. Meanwhile, lots of people don't want to build new houses because it costs so much. And then the interest rates are so high, so it's expensive to build. Let me repeat. All of these issues are self-imposed price increases as a result of bad bureaucratic policy. Like the interest rates are up to inflate away the secret tax, to inflate away the cost of all the borrowing we've been doing. Every single one of these things, especially your rent increasing, is a byproduct downstream of bad policy, not greedy landlords. And though some landlords may be greedy, that is not why your rent is so high. Because remember, there's lots of landlords, and greed is not rewarded in a marketplace with lots of competitors. So here's the point. The government creates the problem and then pretends to create the solution, which only decreases your quality of life and actually makes things cost more. If the government was able to successfully not raise your rent in a corporate landlord building for more than 5% a year, where would they get the remaining money that they would need to run that building? Here's where. The law would specifically, at first for sure, specifically to the amount of money that you pay monthly in rent. That number can't be increased more than 5%. So how would they make up the difference? Well, you better believe that the laundry would be more expensive, or the doorman would be more expensive, or your parking spot would be more expensive, or receiving mail would be more expensive, or have a cost associated with it, or the security guy would be a upside down they/them, or it would cost money to go to the pool, or cost more money to do laundry. All the services that you already get from your landlord would go up in cost. The monthly cable bill, for example. And then things that didn't have a price with them may have a price starter to be associated with them. Maybe a guest parking pass would have an hourly fee, where it used to be free. Maybe access to the common areas would have a cost to them. Every time you go to the gym has a cost. Every time you get the valet to park your car, for example. All of these other additional charges that you currently get for free through your landlord would have a cost associated with them. And all the ones you already pay for would either go up in price or go away. Like, oh, this building has a 24-hour doorman. Well, now it has an 8-hour doorman, or no doorman at all. Oh, it has 24/7 security with an armed guard. Well, now it has no security, no armed guard, just cameras. Oh, you have a mailbox to retrieve your mail. Well, the mailbox is included in the rent. Well, now the mailbox is going to cost $65 a month to rent. How are you going to live without a mailbox? That's the whole point. By creating a fake solution to a problem that the government caused, they decrease your quality of life and create more costs for you. No landlord that owns 50 properties is just going to wake up one day and be like, okay. Because if every single cost is going up for the landlord, they have to make up for the difference somehow. And if all of the ways and methods that I just mentioned don't work, what you will get is a decrease in quality. Like, oh, your refrigerator in your unit just broke. Well, the last refrigerator had an ice machine and the new refrigerator doesn't. Like, oh, hi, this is unit 4A. My ceiling fan just broke. A ceiling fan could be $150, for example. Installing the new ceiling fan could be another $100. So that's $250 it costs to replace that ceiling fan. Well, they come to your apartment and they replace it with a $10 stationary light from Home Depot. They took a $250 replacement cost and replaced it with a just stationary light. You don't have a fan anymore and you don't have a dimmable light with a remote control. You just have a light. You have a lease that most people probably don't read that could stipulate that, hey, in the event that something breaks, it can be replaced with something per the landlord's discretion. Are people going to move out because there's no ceiling fan? Probably not. And there you have it. Your quality of life decreases. That's how they do it, folks. It's clear as day. It's like you went to your favorite place for a slice of pizza and they increased the price from $2 a slice to $4 a slice. And the government came in and said, you can't increase from $2 to $4 a slice. That's a 100% increase in cost. So they said, okay, the bread and the sauce is $3 and the cheese is $1. And they say, oh, well, you can't charge $4 for a slice of pizza, even if you separate the cheese and the sauce and the bread. They say, okay, the cost of the slice of pizza is $2 like you want it, but it costs $2 to heat it up. You can't charge to heat it up. Okay, it's $1 to heat it up and it's $1 for napkins and $1 for a plate. It's $1 to eat it in the restaurant. It's $1 between noon and 2 p.m. Whatever, they would find a place to make up the difference. Because the price of something, including rent, is based on supply and demand. And the only thing that can affect the near-perfect capitalist system is intervention by grimy bureaucrats pretending to solve a problem that they helped create.